Hey YouTube, Matt here to give you a new deck profile. Now this has actually been playing around a couple times, and with Galactic Overlords still being fairly up there, I figured I'd try to make my own Hieratic deck. Unfortunately that was extremely difficult because everyone was making their own cookie cutter based Hieratics. So I took a couple ideas from a couple other decks I've seen online or on YouTube itself, but this is my Chaos Psychic Hieratic, whatever the hell you want to call it. But personally, I really like it. It kind of lets me do things outside of the box, and actually, this deck makes me synchro a lot. Which, not gonna lie, kind of miss my Stardust and Scrap Dragon and etc. No offense, but synchro exceeds are all over the place, and it's kind of upsetting that the synchros kind of got just pushed to the side. But anyway, let's go down the line. We have one Hieratic Seal of the Sun Dragon Overlord. Now, I was debating on putting this card in because it focuses on summoning a level 8 Exceed, and the only 8 I have is Heliopus, but I feel like he's actually really, really good. So he stayed in there. It was either that or Cursed Dragon, because I've seen the level 5 dragon combo work a couple times, and you know, hit or miss depending. Luster Dragon number 2 and Wattail Dragon, because of Atom and pretty much any of the other Hieratics. Pull it out, make it level 0, make its attack and defense 0 exceed like a mad bastard. BLS, because he hasn't failed me yet. And I mean, I can only imagine how many times I've pulled Blackluster Soldier on people. You can ask anyone from the team or from Wonder Bread. They don't call me the protagonist for nothing. But anyway, he's a good card still, and hopefully he'll stay for September. 2 Divine Dragon Apocalypse. One, because I can pull up a Hieratic that I lost, or if I've used, for example, my Future Fusion already to pull out Darkness Metal, I can automatically pull him back to my hand, remove Apocalypse, and put Darkness Metal on the field, and hey, special summon a whole ton of dragons. Gores, just in case I have nothing on the field, because the deck does one of two things. It either lets me swarm like a mad bastard, or I just sit there for a while and wait it out. And with Gores, at least I can defend myself for a while. Plus, he's dark attribute, so he's fodder for BLS or Light Pulsar. 3 A-Set, because he can alter his level. I can make him just about any Exceed I want from 8 to 6, and not to mention the fact that I can normal summon him just like that. So he automatically becomes available for tributing. Nebet, because it's Mizuho on a stick, plus the tributing effect. I mean, pull it out, get Bluster, Hieratic Seal, etc. Sue, Mystical Space Typhoon effect, and again, tributing. I just love how free-flowing it is. Granted, it has a Six Samurai-esque appeal to it because of swarming and autopilot, but I mean, I'm willing to take this deck to like regionals or championships or something, and I think I'd do it fairly well. But that's just me tooting my own horn. Tefnutes, Hieratic Cyber Dragons. I mean, enough said there. And now here's the fun part. Krebons. 3 of them actually. It was definitely an odd choice, but I saw where it would be useful. For example, stalling, I'd lose 800 points, big deal. And the fact that it is a tuner. And since a lot of my stuff is level 6, or 6 and 5, I can do level 8s and level 7s in a heartbeat. And all in all, if I don't have a Hieratic tribute, I'll tribute this, summon a Hieratic, and then start special summoning Hieratics like Nebet and Sue, and just going crazy. Light Pulsar Dragon, because a lot of people like the Chaos Red Eyes Loop, and 2500 can't really go wrong, and I think my ratio is decent enough so that way I can actually play Chaos. and only 2 darkness metals because I don't want to overdo it because I find myself having like clogged hand if I have 3. And it's darkness metal, so can't really go wrong with that. Dark and going down the spells, Dark Hole, 2 teleports because it's always fun to pull out a psychic monster and block them from doing anything for a turn or so. 3 enemy controllers because 1, you tribute a Hieratic to activate one of these effects, and guess what happens when Hieratics get tributed? Surprise! Special summon a whole bunch of cards. So definitely a plus. Future Fusion, dump all my vanillas, dump my Pulsar and my Darkness Metals, and have at it. Heavy Storm, 3 Hieratic Seals because Road of Hieratics, can't go wrong with that. Monster Gate. I was thinking about this one for a while because I wasn't sure how well it would actually work because it was either that or Book of Moon, and not for nothing, as much as I love resetting resetting my normal monster stats, I felt that Monster Gate was actually a little more useful. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Monster Born and 3 MSTs because Hieratics do not like traps, and it's really sad when you go through all the work and you get solemned. So for all the back row hate. Side deck wise, Alexandrite Dragon because for a while there was a combo with him and Gabeb, which people feel is not really helpful because it only can pull out Hieratics when it's tributed. But it's actually a decent level 4 beater, especially when you don't have anything on the field. And if people are running like, what's his face? Roach or something, I mean, he's not as powerful, but you can pop stuff so you can at least protect yourself. 3 Effect Veilers because, again, effect monsters can be a pain in the ass, and I mean, everyone's running Effect Veiler nowadays. I went to Gabeb already. An extra light Pulse Suffering Jar because you lose your hand fairly quickly in this deck because you're like, I tribute this, to tribute that, to tribute this, to tribute that. So a good reset just in case. I make sure I keep it sided just in case I'm facing Dark World, so that way he can just stay side decked, and because it's not fun when your opponent relies on discarding everything. Another Darkness Metal just in case. Tragodia because of his adjusting level ability, really. I mean, not to mention that he's a dark monster, and I've thought about switching him with Gores, but I feel that if I'm skill drained, again, Dark World, pain in the ass, Gores will probably outbeat Trag. Book of Moon, just in case I ever want to switch Monster Gate at any time. 3 Royal Decrees, just in case I am in a situation where I'm dealing with a lot of trap cards and MST isn't cutting it, or, for example, banishing, I would take out my Reborn, Future Future, etc., because they will not help me in the situation. And Adrius. I really like Adrius, and actually I've pulled between Adrius and Tiras. I would prefer Tiras, but just in case, I mean, you can't go wrong with popping a 1 face-up card on the field. Okay, now the extra deck. 5-headed is specifically there just for Future Fusion. I think I've only been able to pull him out once. Usually, Future Fusion becomes the decoy, so I protect my other face downs. So they're like, oh god, Future Fusion, we have to stop before 5-headed Dragon comes out, but meanwhile, I've got E-Teleport and Enemy Controller on the sidelines, like, oh, go for the Future Fusion. There's nothing I can go wrong with that. But, yeah. Ally of Justice Cataster. Only really able to actually, come to think of it, now that I'm looking at this, I don't think I can pull off him. It's sad when you realize you're making the deck. Huh, he'll have to be replaced. Huh, maybe not I can put Adrius. Black Rose, because I know I can do Black Rose. Pop, just in case I pop the field. I don't think I've ever had to use, I think I've only used him once too. Like, at least on Dueling Network, he only came in once. Brio, situational. I mean, if someone goes down, given the opportunity, I'll try to play him. Scrap Dragon and Stardust. These two are the head honchos of my synchros. I've always used them at least. I've used them the most out of all my duels. I mean, they've at least come out once in a match. So, and I mean, Scrap Dragon, Light Pulsar combo, and pull out Dark Dispel. I mean, can't go wrong with that. Two Gaia Dragons, the Thunder Charger. I thought that doing the 3 Atoms and 3 Gaias was a little overdoing it because I felt that I could probably have more options if I limit them to 2 each. No, again, this is my personal opinion, and so far it's been doing fairly well. 2 Hieratic King Atoms because everyone loves pulling out a Darkness Metal at 0 and special summoning or tributing. Just, I can only imagine what's going to happen when Gustav Max comes out. Again, Hieratic, Sun Dragon Overlord, Heliopus. So I actually use this a lot. It's always fun to just say, hey, play a set, have my my Hieratic Seal, Sun Dragon, make them both level 8, overlay, and then tribute every Hieratic in my hand, and then special summon like 3 or 4 normal monsters, then go into Atom and etc. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and I like it. And I mean, usually you're alright with a decent 3K beater. I mean, it's blue eyes all over again. But yeah, I really like this card, and I don't think I would switch it out. Insector Exobeetle was an interesting choice because I didn't think I would actually ever use it, but surprisingly I got to use it. And actually, the first time I used it was against an Insector deck. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this deck does really well against Insectors. I didn't think it would do as well as I thought, but it's pretty banging. I'm not gonna lie, and that made me happy because I can't stand Insectors. It was a bad experience from regionals. It was like 3 or 4 decks I've seen with that, and I fought at least 2, so no bueno. Photon Strike Bouncer pretty much explains itself, being level 6, detaching exceeds, negating effects. I mean, like I said, kind of needed now, especially with the meta as it is. Unfortunately, it's like 40. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's like $50. Awesome. Queen Dragoon Jin. This one was originally in there for the Gebeb and Alexandrite move, but I mean, it's not impossible to make it with this. I mean, I've got the 2 Divine Dragon Clothless. I haven't really even had a chance to make it. I may attempt side it. I may put it inside because, as much as I like its effect in stopping my dragons from being destroyed, it's just so situational to pull her out. But I won't lie, she's pretty sexy in both senses in both the sense of attack and physical sexiness. I guess, I don't know. It's a card. Anyway, and last but not least, Tiras. Haven't been able to pull him out either yet, but I mean, I have everything I need for him, and I mean, his effect is pretty beautiful with, hey, negate this, destroy that, and I actually just pulled another one from Epic Dawn, so yeah, slowly but surely this deck is coming together. I mean, I'm missing 5 cards in this deck, and I may have to touch it up now that I know that I can't really do Catastor. May side him, actually. So that's the deck. Give me your opinion, and I hope you enjoy this, and hopefully you'll see me on Duel Network every now and then. It's under Madzilla90, so I'm gonna probably be using this deck to play with. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Peace out.